It's James Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. So this is hilarious. So if you go to my interview with Pearl on YouTube, the Pearly Things, or if you go to my YouTube channel, type in how I got custody or hashtag how I got custody, get to my YouTube channel. I think it's like the fourth latest upload where I just have a couple pictures of me and Pearl. And then you can click the link to get to her page to get to the interview. I think it's she has a section on there that's kind of hard to find where I'm at on her page. But anyway, there's comments on there like, James saved me in my divorce. I got custody because of James, this and that. Or I was watching his videos and, this guy inspired me or whatever. A whole bunch of positive comments. And the one person who gets on there and says the craziest thing about me is a lawyer. Well, there was that one guy, Global Man. This guy the man with no name, talking about Global Man, and it's really him. And he's just out here on a crusade against the system. And some guy made a bunch of crazy comments on there saying men should just abandon all their kids and never talk to them again. Like it's the kids' fault. Like you brought the kids in the world. And you're saying because of the system, you're going to abandon your kids. Guy's messed up in the head. I understand he's got PTSD, but that's extreme. Anyway, so this attorney, David Gotzh, some goofy-looking, bald, pasty, narrow-shoulder, narrow-minded dude who thinks he's the ish because he's an appellate attorney in Illinois. This is what's funny about this is that this dude, so he gets on there. This is how, and this is why this is hilarious. Like, I don't give a crap about some dude who has 900 followers on YouTube. If you're an appellate attorney, and I think I got about 5,000 followers, which, I've told people the way I talk, I'm never going to have a million followers because I'm not here to entertain or have fun or placate to people. There's a million lawyers in America. This guy thinks he's the ish because he's got some videos with a cool backdrop, lighting, and maybe graphics and stuff, and he's got 100 views here. Some videos he's got 1,000 views. He gets on this page and says, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's only pandering to angry dads. So let's break this down with this fruity little Casper the Friendly Ghost, bald-headed little Mitch. So, first of all, he says, I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, he's a lawyer. You would think he could say something specific that I said wrong. He doesn't even think of or say one thing that I said wrong in the Pearl interview. What I said resonated with a whole bunch of guys, and there are guys on there who I don't even know who they are. I can't remember. Dad. A couple guys said they got custody. I've worked with hundreds of dads that got custody. I can't remember. I don't know who they are by their username on YouTube. I definitely didn't expect that. I expected some people to say, wow, this is new to me, or this is inspiring or motivating or whatever. I didn't think people get on there and tell I'd have familiar people on there. Anyway, so this guy cannot think of something to say that I said wrong. Okay, he's an Illinois appellate attorney. Okay, he said that I don't know what I'm talking about. I have my winning court orders online for people to see. My winning court orders were against an attorney with 17 years experience with my baby mom originally. The guardian litem that was on board had 10 years experience or something like that. Then the next attorney the mother had 37 years experience when he came on board. So there's that guy. There's a couple other attorneys along the way that substituted for him that I, demolished and humiliated. And then another guardian litem who had like 15 years experience as an attorney and guardian litem. So I'm defeating all these people. I show my winning court orders. I defeated the guy with 37 years experience, ended up finishing with 50 years experience before he retired in 2015, and I was still in and out of court Oh, yeah. And then the mother had another attorney with like 25 years experience. And so I kind of broke even on that. I didn't really win, didn't really lose against her, but I rattled her. I rattled her cage a little bit. You know, served paperwork at her home address. She didn't like that instead of at her office. I did go to her office one time, and she's like, "Well, good morning or good afternoon." I said, "Don't talk to me, you man hating, you know, family wrecking little witch." She didn't like that either. So, so I have all this experience destroying people in my own case, and some lawyer, just random lawyer, and I think he stalked me on TikTok because he kept coming on my page talking about how I don't know what I'm talking about. What did I? What? You know, if David Gotzh is watching this, I'm going to have it on YouTube. What do I not know? Name something. And what's crazy is that he's saying I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm up there talking about how women abuse restraining orders and stuff. One of my resources and one of my quotations or citations for that premise, first of all, outside of my own experience and looking at dealing with experience and seeing 25,000 cases over the years as a paralegal with the largest family law firm in the entire Pacific Northwest, but my own one-on-one first-hand experience reading cases and looking at them and things like that, and being falsely accused myself, and even after I got full custody, being falsely accused. This out-of-touch nerd, goofball, little, I don't know what he is, looks 5'10", 150 pounds. I mean, he thinks like there's a million lawyers out there with YouTube channels that say what the law says, and they're not saying anything all that deep. He's not saying anything revolutionary or anything. He's just saying what the law says or what case law says and throwing an opinion. I didn't even watch his videos for more than a minute. I just decided to check him out. And then I remember a bald guy who looked just like him that was obsessed with me on TikTok. I guess, you know, like a scorned ex-gay lover stalking somebody. I don't know why he would even bother with me. He's in Illinois. But anyway, I talk about restraining orders being abused. That's one thing that me and Pearl talked about. You know, the interview was like an hour and a half. We talked about that for like 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Something that was, you know, in general, we were talking about women lying. But then we were talking about just, you know, protection orders in particular and using them and setting guys up and stuff like that. So the Illinois Bar Journal, that's the Bar Association in Illinois. They publish a journal, and there's an article there that I cite. You know, I have my defense against restraining order packet. That's one of the quotations that I use. The entire the Bar Journal has lawyers or a lawyer writing an article on behalf of the Bar Association saying that they're concerned about the abuse of protection orders as leverage or the gamesmanship of it. So I'm quoting the Illinois Bar that he's a part of, and that's one of my premises and one of my stances and one of my supporting pieces of evidence for my premise that women lie about domestic violence protection orders all the time. He's a lawyer in the Illinois Bar Association, and I cite the Illinois Bar as a foundational, you know, quotation for my premise that women lie all the time. On top of just my main thing is my personal experience of seeing it. This guy says I don't know what I'm talking about. See, when you're a total dumbass and a moronic hater and a feminine little Mitch like he is, and now just think about what the average hater of anything, like somebody's jealous of, you know, Michael Jordan or a CEO or somebody who's pretty. They just sound stupid. But he thinks, oh, I'm going to come in as an appellate lawyer and I'm going to declare that James doesn't know what he's talking about, so everybody's going to believe me. And then he says I'm placating or catering to angry men. First of all, what's wrong with men being angry? Are you one of those radical feminists, you know, sellouts to your own gender, little biatch who thinks that the toxic masculinity is a bad thing? If you have something stolen from you, like your kids and your pension and your life and your house and your property that you built for your whole life, and you're mad, you're saying, I'm just catering to angry men. This punk-ass bitch doesn't know how many hundreds and hundreds of women I've worked with also. See, when you're a presumptuous, arrogant prick with a God complex like this, you'll sit back and say some stupid-ass bullcrap like that. Anyway, men have a right to be angry, but I'm not just placating. I'm telling the truth. So This dude can screw off, but it's hilarious.